Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Nvidia report for Friday, June 27th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. We are in the midst of what I would call a tentative buy signal. Becomes official today with a settlement above 150.34. That should be by a 1% margin of 151.84. And yes, above 153.13 certainly helps in that respect. I do want to point out, though, and there is a rising channel top at 157.04. There's a 1 month structure that did contain yesterday's highs. And this is the point that I would like to see the market settle above today for an accelerated move into the mid 170s. Until then, it just might play spoiler on a long-term buy signal. Now, the question obviously is if we close above all of this on the weekly chart, 150.34, 151.84, 153.13, but do not close above the rising channel top at 157.04, should we still go long? I think yes, you can. But 157.04, it did contain Thursday's highs, and if Friday backs off, back below 153.13, for instance, that January all-time high, and certainly back into the 151.84 area. 151.84 is once again a 1% threshold above 150.34. That would sort of negate a long-term buy signal in itself. Under that condition, then it's more wait and see. If you're wanting to go long, you really have to wait it out because it hasn't set up yet. And I'm not saying that it actually is ultimately going to either.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and Nvidia, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
By the way, 157.04, that same channel top is found on the Triple Q. The Triple Q is also in the midst of testing its 4-year channel top. And this leads to I'm going to segue into why I think you should go to wickedstocks.com and take advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll be able to see Triple Q analysis just like Nvidia analysis. And if I were day trading Nvidia like I know you likely are, I wouldn't be without Triple Q analysis because it's such a large component of the Triple Q. And when you get a double signal in both and they line up nicely oftentimes, it gives you more confidence. Also today, Friday, last day of the week, this is when many of the weekly stock picks go off, so to speak. In other words, the signals elicit on a Friday typically. And so this week alone, we did Mobileye Global, that is an Israeli automated driving software company domiciled in the U.S. We also did Applied Materials. I know Mobileye is right on the edge, right on the precipice of a buy signal today that becomes official today. And that stock volatility is sufficient for a 20% move in quick order, like within a matter of weeks, 3 to 5 weeks. So check out wickedstocks.com. You'll also get daily Triple Q and daily SPY analysis and weekly Apple stock analysis. So back to Nvidia. 157.04, well suited for day traders. If we push through 157.04, we could see 162.52 today. And if we close above 157.04 today, we've got a series of buy signals that have elicited, not only above the 157.04 formation, but as I said earlier, above all this, the 150.34 channel top, the 153.13 previous all-time high, 174.25, then likely within 2 to 3 months. With present volatility, you could make a case for 3 to 5 weeks, but I think that'll back off some. 174.25 in reach, I'll say by the end of August, if we close today above not only 153.13, but I really also want to see the market close above 157.04. If we don't close above 157.04, we can ease back into the low 150s early next week, probably would, and that would be, a bit of an aggravation for anyone who is long the market And then of course, if we were to close back below the 150.34 formation at the end of next week, that would be buy signal rejection, which is essentially a valid sign of weakness. I don't want to get too ahead of us. I'll just leave you in terms of the upside idea that I want to see the market close today above 157.04. If we back away and close below 150.34, and if you're still short, then stay short. If we close today below 150.34, this has just been a push through long-term resistance, captured some longs, probably set off some short stops, and then the market can and probably would continue south as we move through next week. If we do close today below 150.34, I would actually anticipate 134.11 as a likely 2 to 3 week objective on the way down next week. Within 3 to 5 days, 144.81 is likely. But we are above it. The S&P 500 futures are now above their all-time high. The SPY has yet to push through its all-time high, probably will today. And so it all is setting up right now for a meaningful buy signal above 153.13 into the mid 170s. But once again, these 4-week channel tops are pesky little buggers. They can wind up containing buying pressures. I have it just for the day, but we could ease back from here. And if we fall away and close below 150.34, I see no compelling reason to stay long Nvidia as we move not only through next week, but well into July. As I said a moment ago, I think if we close back below 150.34 today, 134.11 becomes a 2 to 3 week objective. So if we close below 150.34 today, that is actually a go with sell signal. You can play the short side in Nvidia into the mid 130s and climbing. You could play the short side in Nvidia into the mid 140s. That would be a 2 to 3 day swing trade down to 144.81, a 2 to 3 week downside swing trade to 134.11. 134.11, a 2.5 month channel bottom, able to contain selling through all of July. And from here, we can round up again. And yes, we would have a significant sell signal into the later third quarter if we were over the coming weeks to close below 134.11. But what's playing out right now is we are pushing through. The rubber band is stretching, if you will, above the 150.34 formation, above 153.13. It does, as far as the weekly chart is concerned, snap to the upside if we close today above 153.13. And yes, also at or above 151.84. Sorry about that. That is the 1% violation of 150.34. It's a threshold we find necessary for what I would call a buy signal reliability into the mid 170s. And I hate to mix these up, but once again, I'm just going to take you back to 157.04. If you're long now, you want to see the market close today above 157.04. If it doesn't, then the market's just going to test your patience next week, as it would likely back off into the low 150. So there's another way of playing this, right? If you've not yet done anything, if you're looking to go long, it could be just above 157.04. I think that is the clarifier. If it doesn't close above 157.04, the market will probably give you the opportunity early next week to bottom pick this 150.34 formation. And yes, if we then close back below it next week, as I've already said, that should send the market south aggressively within 2 to 3 weeks to 134.11. I hope that all made sense. I know all this nuancing, especially with the rising channel top, you either like it or you don't, but there it is. So I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. I'll be back early Monday morning. We promise a 6 a.m. or earlier delivery, New York Eastern Time, every morning for your daily reports through the summer. So you'll have it by 6 a.m. Next Monday for Monday's NVIDIA report. You have a great weekend.